new items. If I'm not mistaken, there is a preset rate that is charged up front at the time that a space is rented. And there is the space fee, and then there is the tax fee. And that fee that is paid is really a tax and goes right into the State Board of Equalization venue. And how that is formulated, I can't tell you, but I am familiar with that component. And I'm also wondering, how would we and how are parking issues addressed in other areas? I mean, these food trucks, if they are the big RV size, they don't park diagonally on the street. Many of them I know in LA they park parallel to the curb. How does this work? How is that parking issue addressed? How do the business owners feel about that? And what will happen without the foreseen regulations when the economy turns itself about and we have moved, as I said, into this new arena? So because of that, at this time, I wish to take a bit of a cautious approach and be prepared as much as possible, and will not be supporting the motion on the table.
Madam Chair, in that case, I will withdraw my motion and move option 2.
So I have a motion to approve option 2, and I have a second from Supervisor Derry. Is there any opposition or other comments? Supervisor Messelfeld.
Well, I think that the direction is somewhat unfortunate because I think that I'm for free enterprise and competition. I think that I don't want to limit our residents' choices as to having conveniences, and so I come down a little bit more on that side. And but I probably won't vote against option 2 because of the fact that it opens it up a little bit. But still, we're talking about special events, community events. Of a civic, political, public, or educational nature, including state and county fairs, city festivals, circuses, and other public gatherings approved by the local enforcement agencies. I think that's pretty restrictive. So I'm for, if it allows more of this to take place, I'll be in favor of that. But I would prefer, yes.
I apologize, Supervisor, but that's the state definition. What option 2 does is actually go beyond the state definition and create a local definition.
So
it will go
by
beyond.
Each enforcement agency?
No, by the county.
By the county?
Yes.
Could someone read me that definition? Could someone read us that definition?
Yes.
Supervisor Mitzelfeld, Dina Smith, we do not have a definition. What option 2 proposes is to establish a new category of event in the county ordinance that would be a hot food truck event, and we would then have the authority to define that separate and apart from the existing definition that exists in Cal Code.
Okay, well,
and it would include, as I mentioned earlier, if a business wants to have it on their property, and so it gives us the opportunity to be creative and come up with something that is much more expansive than where we are now.
Okay, well,
and Supervisor, I'd like to add that there will be no change. We will still continue to operate at community events as we always have. So this is an additional opportunity to be able to, so we'll certainly increase the amount of hot food trucks allowed.
And Madam Chair, the one question would be that an individual municipality would still have the right to choose not to have an event, if you will.
Absolutely. Okay. I don't think it's our intention to define all the parameters around a hot food truck event. We'll leave that up to the local jurisdictions.
But we would still be only one of 2 counties that does this?
I believe we will be one of all the counties that have established our own definition for a hot food truck event. That's correct.
But most counties do what?
Most counties allow mobile hot food trucks, with the exception of Riverside County and us.
So, say, to go to an employment center where I would place an industrial area where a lot of people work, that kind of thing, they could have preparation on site.
Again, we haven't worked out the parameters of what that would, but yes, it will expand.
Events. It could be on a workday basis. Yeah.